In this video, we're going to connect ComfyUI workflow to our Unreal or Unity engine, where we can utilize a natural language, the single prompt, to create our assets for the first game prototype. It won't actually create game for us. This is up to you. What we're going to do here is just create those very fast assets where you can just type the text what you want to do. In this case, for example, create a Skydome. And after this, it will generate 360 Skydome with HDR, connect to our Unreal or Unity engine, and place it inside. So you'll have it only minimum stuff. Of course, it will also include all necessary creating materials, texture, terrains, or additional environments, and it will place it inside your collections in your content drawer. All of this code, what you see here, it's available for free, downloaded on my GitHub. Link for this will be down below in descriptions. All what you need to do, follow this, go inside the code, copy this path, and follow instructions. Usually it's just create as a node inside your ComfyUI, the custom nodes directory. Also, inside your output directory, you'll find 3D game assets, where you'll find all of these generated materials, SkyDomes, and as well 3D models. Yes, the current workflow can generate also all necessary 3D models for you inside ComfyUI by utilizing internal Hunai model, which is have some limitations, or external like a Meshy or HiTem3D to generate those models. Of course, if service is allowed, it will also generate a simple rigging system to specific character. Overall, you'll have full control over what you want to do on each steps. The system will pause and showing. I will show you exactly step by step how it's performed, so if you have any questions, you can look. Our GitHub page, you can find all information how it's work, how it's performed, what is installed, and how it's used. So let's say after your first installations, you will have several workflows. Those workflows available for you inside the workflow directory. You'll notice right here, you will have it GameAssetMake, Unreal, Unity, creating textures, terrain, SkyDomes, as well your local Hunai 3D to create models. And after all, we look on one, can create everything in one pass, just from your one single prompt. Let's put something this to the test. After you install and all node is there, you want to restart your ComfyUI. This will update with the current nodes. As well, it does require for you to run Llama for ours to process as natural language. In this case, we're using Z-Image Turbo, Queen 3.4. All of these models should be by default installed on your machine. If you're missing, the links is below for them to install it. Let's look very fast what's happened. Here we're loading models, have it our prompt, generating, applying to 360 system, so it will be seamless. Convert to HDR, have it our Skydome engine applied. This is our manager for the placement inside our model. Some of this you'll notice it will snap to Z index, it will reposition. This will be important mostly when we use specific models. Then we can also readjust. Down below we have it our sun and lighting information. You'll notice this will pass through some models to be sure we all have it correct lighting. Down below here we have verifications on our bridge install. And as mentioned about bridge install, this is required to put it inside your project, for example, in Unreal. Inside here, we have two folders. One is called Plugin Unreal and another one for the Unity. In an Unreal plugin, you want to take both of this bridge folder, and next you want to place them My Project Plugins. If plugins directory not exist, you can create one, and after just copy the folder there. After you're done with this, you need to restart your Unreal and be sure the plugin loaded. You can verify this by going inside your Unreal, edit, plugins, and in a plugins area, you can search Geekatplay GameAssetMake Unreal Bridge. So this is plugin. We need it, and it's actually showing it's active and working. That established communications between our ComfyUI and our Unreal Engine. When we start running, you'll notice the verification will happen if it's plugin properly installed and will showing here in a green. So let's run first. We'll run Skydome and we'll just have it the midway towering, dramatic sky, and you should see in your output just start generating with loading the image. You can modify on a different model if you like it. And as I said before, you can see right here, it says our bridge is online. So it did find as we created. And I think right now it's passing to our Unreal Engine. And right here, you can see actually it's happened a little bit before I can even switch, but there we have a change our. So let's go ahead, open content drawer with AI generated. This will create this folder. Inside, you can find the game asset it did create for us and upload it. So let's go with another one. On this case, this is to create terrain with terrain texture. Yes, you can go and specify, for example, you have vast mountain with this, or you can make a desert or a village or any other ones. And for example, when we're going to create all scenery, you can also just write everything, what sky you wanted, what terrain you wanted, and position. This is same things. It will loading our image. It will generate terrain here. Apply it will generate also for us texture, high field map. It's how we'll work on this case, and pass all of this inside our manager and load it. The other things also what's happening, we're going to just slightly upscale for the better result. As we're running here, you can see it is preforming. Our system finished generating. Let's look closer. First, we'll generate our texture. And this is not texture that will apply directly over our map. It's a reference texture which later apply to all image based on height, altitude. Inside here, we're generating our high field map. We're generating our material distribution. And next, we're going to put it inside the Unreal Engine. First terrain, this is by default. It's what we have it as a landscape creating by default layer. I just leave here for the reference. The other ones, what we look around here, this is already terrain. It's what we just created and it's uploaded. Notice I create with little bit low resolution, and you can see here, like those pixelization happen. You can adjust your resolutions inside as well. It's have it upscaler also. So if you needed more pixels, you can create it. But for the test, I want to create this way. And we have it also applied our texture. Of course, if you need it, you can go ahead and just scale, make it a little bit less top, flat, or how you would like to work with this terrain. If you work as one piece with one workflow, you'll notice that many times elements will placed accurately with the index. We create our sky and we created our terrain. Let's see how we can create a game pieces. And this is most interesting part here. I will do a couple different passes. First, we'll do with our local by utilizing our system HUNAI, which is you can find if you go on templates and you're going to 3D models. We have it right here free. The one we're going to use it, HUNAI 3D 2.1. Notice minus it does not create textures. But sometimes when you do prototyping, that is just enough to see how the model's acting. No textures and no rigging. This is completely free. Another options where we can use it is utilizing a different services. In our case, we can go and utilize or Tripa, Meshy, HiTem3D, whatever you prefer. I will put links to them down below. And if you like support, like, subscribe, give a star on a GitHub to support this project. You can switch to the Cloud API or non-cloud. If you're using Cloud API, you need to put it API keys for all these services. Even the currently does not showing, it's just showing you true. It's meaning I have an API key here and it's hidden. You need to put it API key only once and it will share from your local drive through other workflow in the same folder. It does not store anywhere online and it's completely secure. So in this case, you can run just markup. If you need it, select what you try to use here. Engines, if you're using false, you can select which one you want to use, a triple or other. To using with HUNAI, you actually don't need any key, but you need a different workflow because it does change how the system communicate. Notice down below here, you'll notice checkpoints where you can go and download it if you miss the saved answer. Rest is very similar what we have it before. And right here, you can see it will generate and connect as well. This is not connected. It just informs us if engine is working. We'll run both of them. We'll run on a one outside API, and another will run inside with this. Also, keep in mind, this may take a little bit longer if you run on your local machine, because I noticed that services require a little bit more time, and tell you true, not always the best. Sci-fi rocket, alien planet, pinup girls in retro sci-fi suit. We have it also how many you want to create assets. Well, for us, let's go just create 2 assets here. Environmental, for example, rocks, chairs. So you have it target asset, and this, let's go to environmental. I'm just have it very low. The stylize, if you like the flat shot, vortex, whatever style you think you want to do. For example, we'll go sci-fi, or you can go low polygon stylize, like right there. Additional options, what are you going to use? We're using Olama set list, and it is Crane 2.5. It's what we're using to take our text and convert to our images, because to create, we need to create a single image for each character isolated on white for easy process. Down below, we have all the steps, because what's happening here, I want process, you'll notice this, and I want approve them before we continue. After render completed, you'll have it special item. So let's look closer. For example, right here, pause, where you can regenerate your image if you don't like it, approve and continue to next step. Down below, you'll have a different accessories, environment kit, or maybe person if you ask in this case. If rigging is not available, it says no rigging for this type. But because our system does not support it, it just will be unavailable here. You can check, uncheck, and this type texture won't be generated, so it doesn't matter if they check it or not. But you can select what you want to create, and then next you'll need to click approve and continue to generate this item. Depending on the complexity and how many items you have, it may take a little bit time, but after this it will import inside our Unreal engines or Unity. You will find this inside asset, static materials, static meshes, and inside here. Keep in mind that models that we're using are not necessarily the best. And here's example. You can see how it still have a background. And this is a problem with specifically Hunai 2D, 3D to generate models. Sometimes they come up good, sometimes they require a little bit more work. And because of this, I found the one where you're using different services perform much better. If you're going for the higher quality and polygons, I will say HiTem3D, it should be your choice. If you look for a little bit rigging and a little bit faster work, then Tripo or Meshy will do well. I'm going to use a couple of them. Let's go right here first, and we're going to add same things. We have it green alien, and let's select a different 10 and 10 stylized, so we'll just leave it as default. I just want to also point to you that this system, what you're looking right here, it's constantly updated, and I have it right now a new system which also will display for you generated models. You can preview and re-render them again if you don't like. But this one is still be a little bit in testing. If you're interested to see how it's in the future will be with updates, please be sure click subscribe and like to stay informed. Let's go right here and render. All set. We'll go click render. Here's our content generated. Let's look closer. Have it similar rockets, and you can see all additional. We also can generate the person if we need it. Let me go ahead and just disable some of them. Have a couple going to send. After this, I'll go ahead and click approve and continue, which is send to generate in our external service. We receive our models. Let's look on them closer. Right here, 3 models that I selected, and we can also click on 3D preview. And can you see this model is definitely can work as for a concept prototype. And if you need it, you can go ahead and regenerate. As we follow our line, you can notice we also have the all options, so we can submit them directly to our game asset folder inside the Unreal Engine. Because we did select import, you'll notice in our path we already models inside our scenery. However, if you're going inside your AI generated assets, you'll find them here as well. So you can preview. Now let's look on something a little bit different. I mean, it is everything what we've done, plus something extra. In this case, we have right here a setup, which is also build medieval village, sunset, winter, green valley, so we have everything here. And this system actually build also layout for us, Skydome, terrain, and models. So everything you saw before kind of combined in one package. but it also will have a layout map. This one is most interesting because you can notice here is generating our layout for the village. You can modify and affect this, and it is also creating placement, and based on this placement, the other elements will place it inside our scenery. You can see it's still performing, still generating components, elements that will start adding later inside our pre-approval assets. And it's quite a bit of them right here. You can see a lot of different assets we created. In our case, I will just go to deselect all of them and maybe select one or two. Want to be sure we all set properly here. Approve and continue. And right here we have our two components done. This is our hut that we did. And right here is our ships in the pen. Unreal Engine, where we can find, of course, our textures, materials, and all additional elements. You also can verify that what assets were passed in by going in delivery complete sense. And inside here, you can see what was passing inside the Unreal, because I have just the two items I was rendered. There's our Skydome we created. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this interesting and useful, please remember subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.